The views and opinions expressed by the hosts do not necessarily state or reflect those of the company and its management. Furthermore, the views and opinions of the guests do not reflect those of the hosts, the show, the management, and the network.
Hey, what's up? Welcome to Bloomer Babe Podcast. This is your host, Katie. Welcome to the podcast about my life, current news, lifestyle, millennial struggles, and anything under the sun. So if that sounds like your jam, please stick around. Today is February 11th, 2025. It's a Tuesday. How is everybody? I think this is the 6th week or 5th week of the year. Is it? In a few days, it will be Valentine's Day. Happy birthday sa kuya ko. And kay Chris Aquino. Does everybody have plans for Valentine's Day? Ano bang ginagawa ng mga singles during Valentine's Day? I hope everyone is getting cozy at home kasi sobrang lamig ngayon. Parang ngayon ko nararamdaman yung supposedly na lamig ng Christmas. But I'm not complaining. Mas gusto ko ng malamig kaysa mainit. In a few months, for sure, tagaktak na naman yung init. Next week, I'll be traveling to Vietnam. Hindi ko alam kung ano ang weather ng Vietnam. It's like every time I go to Vietnam, it's always humid. Mas matindi yung pawis ko. As in, iba yung humidity ng Vietnam compared to Singapore. I won't be bringing any thick jackets or clothes. We'll see when we get there. Itong trip na to, tinatamad akong gumawa ng itinerary. I just wanna be there. I miss siguro yung feeling na you're out of the country. Plus, I'm so excited for the Vietnamese food. Kamusta kayo guys? What's new? What's up? Have you seen pala yung Super Bowl performance ni Kendrick Lamar? Am I saying it right? Kendrick Lamar. Come on. Hindi ko pa napapanood ng buo, but my FYP since yesterday was all about his performance on where he mentioned Drake on a song. I know that his song Not Like Us was a diss song meant for Drake. It's just people are shocked. A diss song was number 1 on the charts. Plus it won Song of the Year, Record of the Year, Best Rap Song, Best Music Video, Best Rap Performance. Ang dami niya awards for Grammys this year. Plus, since ikaw ngayon nanalo for the Grammys, you are gonna perform in the Super Bowl. I know the song Not Like Us was really a diss song meant for Drake, but he didn't drop Drake's name on the song recording. But when he performed during the halftime show, he really called out Drake's name. So yeah, hindi ko nasundan how it all started. I just saw a summary video. Bakit? What was the reason about? The latest tracks that was released by Kendrick was mostly about Drake. And parang sinasabi nila that the lyrics of Kendrick is so good that it is comparable to Eminem's 2000s era. I know Eminem is a legend when it comes to writing the lyrics. So parang sinasabi nila Kendrick is, you know, the Eminem of this generation. Anyway, so yeah. Walang laman yung FYP ko. Mostly blacks that are mind blown or shocked on how petty Kendrick was. Parang the whole halftime performance was, there's a deeper meaning. Even the placement of the backup dancers, the color of the wardrobe, the lights. They even have a representation of Uncle Sam and of US flag. And I also saw Serena Williams dancing. And the funny thing is, Serena Williams was rumored to be an ex-girlfriend of Drake. So parang it's just a double the burn. There are memes pa nga na lumalabas. Has anyone checked on Drake? People are saying that Kendrick was so petty. So parang hindi siya naawa kay Drake. Having the success because of all these songs that he released dissing Drake. Babes, wait lang ha. Kasi lately, parang ang dami nangyayari. either thriving ang mga tao, nag-abroad, nagbe-business, or nagkaka-full-blown midlife crisis sa 34, and there's no in between. Parang isang araw nagising na lang tayo, tapos biglang tanong sa sarili, do I actually like my job? May gusto ko ba talaga ng kids? Dapat ba ako magpagupit ng backs? Why does my back hurt? Is this normal? And honestly, same. Kasi ano na talaga to? Ito na ba yung quote-unquote figured out na life part? Or ito yung moment na unti-unti tayong naluloka habang nagpe-pretend na okay tayo? Kasi kung pangatlo, babes, wala akong balita dyan. Well, welcome to the mid-30s crisis, babes. Para siyang puberty 2.0, pero instead of acne and baduy na outfit choices, meron tayong existential dread, unexplained back pain, and an urge na mag-relocate sa ibang bansa. And if you're feeling lost, restless, o biglang nagiging emotional pag narinig mo yung mga kanta ng early 2000s, babes, you are not alone. And today, pag-uusapan natin ano bang nangyayari sa life natin, paano malalaman kung nasa crisis mode ka na, and most importantly, how to deal with it na hindi ka mag-impulsively magre-resign, makikipag-break ng walang dahilan sa jowa mo, or gumastos ng buong ipon mo sa isang 2-week Bali trip. So grab your coffee, wine, or whatever keeps you sane, and let's get to it. But first, welcome to Bloomer Babe Podcast. If you're new here, this is where we talk about all things personal growth, life in your 30s, and figuring shit out without losing our minds. And if you're a returning listener, girl, alam mo na yan, this is a safe space, no judgment, just real talk. And hey, if this episode hits home, send me a DM or share it with your fellow boss babes who might need it. Kasi I know, hindi lang ikaw ang nag-go through nito. Alright, let's dive in. So ano nga ba tong mid-30s crisis na to? So think of it as a mini existential crisis with a side of what the hell am I doing with my life? It sneaks up on you when you least expect it. Like 1 minute you're minding your own business, doing your daily routine, and then next, boom, identity crisis. And you have these questions up in your head like, ito na ba talaga yung gusto kong buhay? Why do I feel like something's missing? And am I running out of time? Am I doing everything right? Am I on the right track? If you have these questions, I think this is the sign that it's hitting you. Ayan na yun. And mid-30s crisis is like a surprise quiz. You know, you're not ready for it. Wala kang sagot at nagmamadali ka pero di mo alam kung saan ka pupunta. Babes, you're not alone. I think this happens because we've spent our 20s in a hustle mode. You know, getting degrees, building our careers, figuring out relationships. But now that we are in our 30s, there's this weird shift. You know, society told us that by this age or by this decade of your life, you should have figured things out by now. So what are the signs that you might be having the mid-30s crisis? So sign number 1, you feel behind even if you're doing okay. On paper, alam mo yun, okay ka naman, may stable job ka, may savings ka, kumakain ka 3 times a day, you even can afford to eat whatever you're craving, you can dine out, pero you feel like something is missing. Lalo na pag nagsuscroll ka sa social media kasi parang lahat ng tao, you know, may major life achievement. Remember that walang tamang timeline. Society has this weird timeline for us. Like, you think that by your 25, you'll be able to find a stable job. By 30, get married, have a house, maybe pop out a kid or two. You know, you should have figured out things or figured out your shit, be successful, rich, and thriving. And if you don't have it all yet, suddenly, you feel like you're falling behind. Pero sa totoo lang, walang timeline ang life. Hindi ka late, hindi ka behind. Plus, what are you comparing yourself to? No one has it all together. You know, some people are married but broke. Some are single but thriving. Some have careers. You know, everyone is missing something, babe. So always remember that your timeline is yours. Okay, so second sign. You suddenly want to change everything. Alam mo yung one day you're fine, the next you're questioning everything. Like, should I move abroad? Mag-iba na kaya ako ng career? What if I start a business? Should I dye my hair pink? Or hindi mo alam kung crisis lang to or bored ka lang, but intense yung urge na mag-rebrand ng buong buhay mo. I remember I have a friend who was working in a corporate for 10 years. Then, one day, bigla siyang nag-email sa boss niya. Nag-email sa boss niya that she will resign. Like, I quit. As in, walang backup plan. Girls, don't do this, okay? Plan first. Plan first. What happened was, it turns out that she didn't actually hate her job. She just needed a change. She took a break. She tried freelancing and realized that all she needed was a new challenge. Hindi mo kailangan mag-drastic move agad. Sometimes you just need to shake up your routine. You know, try to learn a new skill, take a short trip, or change up your daily habits. So instead na mag-resign ka, magpalipat-lipat bansa ka bukas, try mo magdagdag ng small changes sa life mo. Take a class, start a side hustle, or try to explore new interests. But if you still want change, go ahead. But don't do it all at once kasi baka pagsisihan mo siya sa huli. Okay, so third sign, bigla ka nagiging nostalgic. You get these random waves of nostalgia. Narinig mo lang yung teenage dream ni Katy Perry, bigla ka nagsisenti. Or you miss your college days, your early 20s, you know, and you start thinking, was life actually better back then? Like, na-miss mo yung freedom, yung feeling na wala ka masyadong pressures in life. We humans tend to romanticize the past, but have you remember that in your college days or in your 20s, it was also not perfect. Like, you're full of insecurities. We were broke. Umaasa lang tayo sa allowances natin. We were stressed and we were making questionable life choices. It only just seems better now because we were looking at it at the rose-tinted glasses. But instead of living in the past, why not ask yourself, ano ba talaga yung nami-miss mo? Yung adventure, yung freedom, yung friendship, yung pagiging fearless. Why not find ways to bring that energy back into your life right now? Diba? Yun nga, why not try to learn new hobbies, meet new people, para mahigitan mo yung na-feel mo when you were in your college days so that you will have new memories to always look back. Diba? So those were the 3 signs you're having mid-30s crisis. Okay, now, so paano mo i-handle yung mid-30s crisis without having a breakdown? So number 1 tip is stop comparing timelines. Reality check, babe. Lahat tayo lost. Everybody's just winging it. And yung mukhang kala mo may sagot, tsamba lang nila yon. Everybody is their first time living in their 30s, first time living in their 40s and 50s. So, if you see other people that you think they've figured out things, for sure, they also have their insecurities or doubting themselves at times. Huwag kang ma-pressure. What you can do instead para maiwasan yan is mute or unfollow the accounts or the people that would make you feel insecure or mapapa-feel na left behind ka. Just take a break from social media. Better focus your energy, your time on your own progress and not anyone else. Have your own hobbies. Like, do it. Be obsessed with it. Remember that your path is yours. Hindi ka late. You're exactly where you need to be. Refrain from things that would make you feel or that would possibly trigger something in your brain that would compare yourself to them. So focus on your progress, not on anyone else's. Second tip is define your own success. Hindi porket hindi ka CEO or married at 35, you don't have kids, or haven't went out of the country at this age, failure ka na. You know, success is what makes you happy. Hindi kung ano yung standard ng iba. Ang goal kasi natin is to be happy. Some people are, let's say, they are married but they're not happy, or they have a lot of money in the bank but they are not contented, or they are not healthy. So, may kanya-kanya tayong struggles, may kanya-kanya tayong problems, and define what makes you happy. Maybe you're chasing a life that you don't even want. Diba? Some people are getting married na hindi naman pala nila gusto yung napakasal nila, or still pushing through that career na hindi naman pala nila gusto. Ask yourself, is my definition of success mine, or is it just what society expects me to be? If I could design my dream life, what would it actually look like? So, dun ka mag-start and then build a goal behind it and take steps on how you're gonna achieve your goal. Number 3, try something new. Add newness to your life. Mag-enroll ka sa class na matagal mo nang gustong gawin, like, something random like poetry, dancing, pole fitness, yoga, pilates, or start a small project, or mag-travel ka kahit weekend lang, like a weekend getaway, go on a solo trip, or start a small passion project, just for fun. Minsan konting shake up lang or konting change lang yung kailangan natin para lang makita natin that we have a new challenge to achieve. Another tip that I could share to you is try exploring the world outside the norm. Be open to meeting new people, be open to new experiences, because it would refresh your outlook in life na there's so much things pa pala na hindi ko alam. There's so much things that I need to learn, to do, to explore, na hindi mo mafe-feel na you think that you've done it all. Like, ito na yun. What happened to me was, may big change akong ginawa when I turned 34, and I have these questions in my mind that, is this the career that I want? Is this the life that I want? On the other side, you get to evaluate the life that you have. It gives you the urgency to make changes for your growth. I'm getting old, and kung hindi ko siya gagawin ngayon, kailan pa? I wanted to do the things that I really wanted to do habang bata pa ako, when I still have the energy, when I still have the health, the mental capacity to do it. Yun naman yung good side ng going through mid-30s crisis. But don't make drastic changes agad. Take it little by little. Also, take time to have breaks and unwind, to think about what you really want. So, babes, if you're feeling lost, that's a good sign. It just means you're growing. This mid-30s crisis, it's not the end. It's just a reset. So, take your time. Hanapin mo kung ano talaga yung gusto mo, and remember that you're not behind. You are exactly where you need to be. If this episode hit home, send me a DM or share this with a friend. And always remember, life doesn't stop at 30. It's just getting started. So I think that's all for this episode. Thanks for listening, babe. If you have a question or a suggestion, just send an email to bloomerbabepodcast@gmail.com, or you can send a DM on my social media pages, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at bloomerbabepodcast.ph. I release new episode every Tuesdays. You can stream it on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and Amazon Music. Thanks for tuning in, babes. I hope to see you in my next episode, and be safe. Buyers!